Hey, what's up everyone? Wolfman here, back at it again with another LEGO Star Wars review. And as what this title of the video would say, and the title above, I am doing a review on the Resistance Y-Wing Bomber. Now before I get into the review itself, just a quick reminder that I'm doing reviews on all the ships within the Star Wars franchise, or at least in LEGO Star Wars, and the ones that I personally have. I just did the A-Wings, I did the B-Wing, finishing the Y-Wings, and all next week, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, I'll be doing all 4 of the X-Wing models that I have. And if anyone who's an X-Wing fan, or if you know anyone who does, well, definitely tune into that, because I'm going to be giving my best opinion, or at least just my base opinions of what I think about on each of the starfighters. But yeah, I am going to be doing reviews on those, and I'll be moving into, I believe, Old Republic starfighters. I got at least 2 to 3, but I'm also going to be doing Jedi starfighters sometime afterwards. And all this is going to be leading up to the review of my Grand Fleet, which will consist of different factions: Rebel, Resistance, Empire, First Order, Republic, and even some stuff in the middle, such as the Mandalorians and such. So with that out of the way, and without further ado, onto the review. And here it is, set number 75249, Resistance Y-Wing Starfighter, released back in 2019 with 578 pieces, and comes with a total of 5 minifigures here. At least, in my opinion, personal opinion, it's really 4 with one little tiny droid. Now I'm going to go ahead and do, as usual, get into the reviews on just the minifigures themselves. Starting off, we got ourselves Poe Dameron in a white shirt, and he is the only figure with that is double face, as you can see in the photo as well here. Second figure is Zorii Bliss, who is the pilot of this particular fighter. And next one is Dio, the little tiny white droid right down here. Is also included in this set, as well as this astromech, which does not have a number. It's just astromech droid dark turquoise. And of course, the set comes with a First Order snowtrooper with a cape. And even this sucker doesn't even have a double face. But then again, why does any grunt soldier actually requires one? Or anyway, anywho, those are the figures. Here's another photo of them close up. And some of these guys did come with accessories. Poe Dameron did come with a little sling bag or whatever, but I'm lazy and I just don't care to basically put it on. But yeah, these are the 5 minifigures, and they're well put together. Once again, great detailing, and unfortunately, the pilot Zorii Bliss does not have a actual head. At all, like printed head, I should really say. Of course, in the movie, when this sucker was first introduced, which was in The Rise of Skywalker, she doesn't take her helmet off at all. She does, her visor does pop open, but you can only see her eyes. But they kind of cataphasma'd her, so unfortunately, you don't get to see what she looks like. But other than that, these minifigures are well put together, and I love the fact that they threw in this kind of type of astromech, just like they did with the last Y-Wing. So, yeah, I guess that's my give and take on these guys. So, I'll put those guys aside and onto the actual starfighter, and this sucker is actually well put together. It's a mixture of, I think it's a well updated version of the Y-Wing, even for a different era within the Star Wars universe. They did do a few changes. I'm gonna start saying by the cockpit design. It's actually a little more sleek, more elegant. It does still have the nose gun turret, or the nose guns, but also has a much more updated version of the turret on the top, right behind the cockpit, and it does go forward and back like this, but there is a bit of a quirk to it. It does turn, but if you turn too hard, then it just comes it detaches basically. The only minor complaint that I have over this sucker, but it's still functional. I mean, you can basically have this guy act like it's shooting a target from behind. I'm sorry if you heard that. That was my phone. And it does have a slot for the astromech to slide right back here, as always, like any other Y-wing model. And once again, they pretty much carried on the exposed part detailing, like in the last Y-wing. And it's actually well put together. I mean, I'll give you guys a nice close-up of that, and that's basically how it looks. And I actually like that gimmick that they keep doing, because even though I'm a big fan of the original model, it's kind of nice to see some of these exposed parts here, or exposed areas on the Y-wing. Only the cockpit basically is the only sealed off, or at least has armor plate. There's no exposed parts. And once again, I love the designs of the engines. They're well put together. This model is actually a little bit longer than its predecessor, or the Y-wing that even I have, or that I did the last review on. And it does come with an extra feature. It does deploy bombs as well, just like the last one. But instead of a deployment, like the little trap door underneath, the sucker actually comes with a gear function. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what these suckers look like. They are a little bit bigger than the last ones. I mean, there are 3 of these studs up, or 3 of these little suckers up. The other ones were just 2. And they're actually more simpler and easier and more pleasant to, or yeah, just better to load them in. Basically, just plop them in right there, turn the gear, and you can basically move on to the next one. And to my delight, I believe this could go wrong. Nope. I mean, there's the underside. That's where it gets deployed. But you can have this thing upside down with it loaded, and they will not fall out, which is a much needed upgraded from, well, the other one that I have that's like almost a decade older than this sucker. Of course, one neat feature they added in, I don't know if they added in the other, or some of its other predecessors, are landing gear, which I think it's much needed, because I actually dig this, and it makes it look a little more taller. It's not really sitting on the ground from any lower piece on the underside of it, but this is a definite better upgrade to this model. And overall, it's just a neat fighter, and unfortunately this is a retired set. I don't know if there's really hasn't been any updated Y-wing bombers except for maybe the UCS, which I never got. I wish I did. At least one of the 2 that have come out in recent years. But yeah, this one's well put together, and I definitely highly recommend this kind of set, especially if you want to get some key characters. Of course, I got two of these bad boys, so that's it. That just shows how much I love the Y-wing. I mean, overall, it's an awesome fighter, even for what I would consider to be a light bomber. So yeah, it's just yeah. I'm sorry, I wish I had said this before in the last review. Definitely. Both Y-wings are definitely, I would recommend, even though one has been discontinued for well over a decade, whereas this one's has been retired for since near the end of 2021. So it's been retired for quite some time. But if anyone finds this sucker, get it. I mean, absolutely get it. It's a neat addition to any kind of fleet, whether it be Rebel or Resistant, or you can even do a few changes and make it a different faction altogether. But yeah, definitely I said that was worth getting more than one of. So that is my review on the Resistance Y-Wing. If you like that video, please feel free to leave a like down below and leave a comment, because I would love to get some feedback, and a lot more feedback than saying this is a really nice set, because these sets are rather neat, and I do recommend getting your hands on some of these sets. Even if they are retired, get them one way or another. But yeah, again, if you did enjoy the video, feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more of these videos, come join the Wolfpack by hitting the red subscribe button down below, and tune in for more reviews all leading up to the review on my Grand Fleet, which is coming in the last weekend of November. So mark your calendars if anyone is interested, and if anyone who has come across my videos and even in these reviews, then please do come and join the Wolfpack, because I am going to be doing more all leading up to the Grand Fleet. And all that's up for me to remind you that Jesus loves you more than Elmo and Barney. I'll see you guys next time.